Go. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to MVI. We're here in a 2017 GMC Sierra. This vehicle does not have the factory navigation. We're actually going to add that today. We're also going to add our 360 camera input module. So give you the adapter to mirror the smartphone along with 360 camera. So I'm gonna get started on showing you the install of this process and we'll go from there. So as you can see, we've got no factory nav. We're gonna change that. And then add the rest of the parts. So let's get started. Go ahead and open your door up. Yep, you can close it. So first we're gonna pop off the trim ring. Plastic nylon tool, big deal. Sounds like stuff is breaking, but it's not, I can assure you. Plug things there. So we got the 4/7 mils going all the way around the screen. This guy, just grab and pull. Once again, guys, that snapping sound, just these metal clips, nothing more. Unplug these. And we're going to set it aside. We are going to be connecting at the screen for the 360 AV module and then also the radio right here, which I'll show you here in a second, just FYI. So I am going to start with the navigation upgrade first. So I'm going to get the glove box out next. You do need a T15 Torx. And we've got 4 of them right here. And we've got some along the bottom here as well. So let me zap those guys out. Just 2 of them down here. Alright, with those out, now all you do is this guy right here. It'll pop right out. There is no need to mess with this, just kind of leave it as is for right now. So I'm going to start by getting the HMI out. And first thing you want to do is grab the harnessing right here and wiggle and tug. That's going to release it from the locking tabs on the side. And we're just going to unplug it. Clips can be tight, guys. So there are some release tabs right here that's holding that in, so you just kind of got to grab it and rock it back and forth while pulling down. This guy will come right out. And we're going to go back up with a new one. I do want you to pay attention to the way the label sits coming out. It is important that the label goes the same way going back in. So label up. Right back in the groove. Plug her back in. This is all there is to it. to the GPS upgrade, guys. So last step is just installing the antenna splitter, which we're going to do next. So we provide this guy here, which you'll want to double stick tape to the face of this guy, just kind of tucked on underneath there. And then we're going to be working with the OnStar module, this connector here, and then route the blue down. So let me get this thing prepped. Go. All right, guys, so we are going to work with the splitter next, connecting this. I have already rerouted it down. Basically just kind of reroute it through this cavity down through here, and then reach up to the back side, pull it through. It's going to plug into the only connector on the HMI that accepts the connector. It's the GPS blue connector there. So next, depending on the upgrade, you'll be working with one of two wires here. So 14 and early 15 vehicles, you're going to be working with the maroon colored connector to the left. 15 and a half or 15i vehicles all the way up through 2018 now, you're going to be working with a brown. And this is going to be for your Wi-Fi enabled vehicles. So if your vehicle has the Wi-Fi, you're going to have a brown. You're either going to have the brown or you're not. If you have the brown, you're working with it. Otherwise, you're working with the maroon. In this instance, we are going to work with the brown, and I do want to unplug it from the OnStar module. This can be a bear to get off, so I suggest a right angle pick. If you've got some strong fingers, which hopefully I do, you can get off. And the trick is to push in, guys, on the connector while pushing up and then out, just like that. So that connector can be a real son of a gun to get off. You want to make sure the inside of this is still intact. I've seen these lately, they like to disintegrate. So it needs to look like this, and your connector here on the OnStar module needs to be fully intact with the ridges on the outside, no debris in there. This guy here needs to be fully intact, nothing broken. So with that said, my splitter, this is now going to plug in to the gray. So if we had unplugged the maroon, it's going to plug into the gray, and then the middle port, which is pink, will either be maroon or brown, goes right back to the OnStar module, just like this. Boom, nothing to it. Double side tape. And just kind of stick it, guys, where this thing's only got so much slack, but out of the way, just right here to the top of the CD player is fine. Nothing's harmed. Then I can pull my slack through on the back side here and get the cables out of our way. So if we're doing just the navigation upgrade, we're now ready to go back in with our screen and test it. This particular vehicle is going to get our unlock module as well. This is our add-on module, which I need to get some Velcro to attach this as well, but this is going to slide in right about in here, so I'm going to have to adjust this splitter just a little bit. As you can see though, right about there, so things slide in nice and neat. Okay. And then we simply, nothing to this guy, plug this in here. All right, let's just kind of temporarily put it there. We're working with this connector here, the gray connector at the radio. Unplug, plug my male in, plug this guy back in here, tuck this out of the way so the screen can go back in nice and neat. I'm actually going to dress this up with zip ties, but for now we've got a wide open cavity. Let's take our screen back into place. Okay, and for demo purposes, we're just gonna click it in with the clips. And let's fire this bad boy off. Got the warning sign. We've got our home screen, which is good. If we go to nav, I've got a map. It's not picking me up just yet. You can see the X here. I am on a very cloudy day, so this may take a second while we're waiting for this to pick up. I'll show you how the override works. So with this in place, just go back to radio. Simply gonna hit the rear defrost 2 times. Message comes up on the screen, just hit accept. You're now in override mode. And let's see if we have map, which it looks like I actually do. Let's see here. So I'm probably gonna have to drive this, but it looks like we're locked on. I'm kind of off the grid here, so there's no GPS X here, so it looks like we're good to go. Now we can go in and do our full address entry and whatnot. So I'll have to go drive this and let it pick up signal, which I'll be back here in just a second. So let's go back and show you the nav. We'll load the map. Possibly. And I'm off the grid here, but it does pick up. There's no GPS icon. If we go out and drive right now, it'll show the different streets and whatnot. So here we go. So you can see it coming in right here. So there's our factory navigation, as well as now if we want to enter our addresses while in motion, double tap of the rear defrost, confirm you're being safe. And now we're in override. Now we're going to move on to our 360 camera module.